I'm Callista Redmond with RISC-V, and I'm here talking with Larry from Imperas. Larry, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Callista.
Tell me a little bit about Imperas and your involvement in RISC-V.
Imperas is a company based in the UK. We build processor models and simulation tools, mainly for software simulation and early software development. We started getting involved in RISC-V 3 years ago. 3 years ago we joined the foundation, and we thought that our expertise with processor models and with software could help the RISC-V community as RISC-V matured.
So simulation is measured many times before actually making the product. Super important. How are you engaged in the foundation's technical activities to really help all of our designers, all of the IP providers, to make their visions into reality?
So what we saw with RISC-V is that one of the key areas is compliance to the RISC-V specification. And because we're building processor models, we actually understand this specification in intimate detail. And so we thought, okay, a good place for us to get involved is with the compliance working group. And so we've been building tests, building reference models, building the overall framework for the RISC-V compliance working group. And we actually manage the RISC-V GitHub repository for compliance.
So I understand compliance is critical, and that's something that we've been working on together as a foundation and together with Imperas leadership in the compliance group. And I understand we've come out with our first compliance suite just last year at the summit. Where do you see it going from here as we continue to refine the compliance suite as well as add extensions?
Well, so we came out with the first official set of tests and framework for compliance last year, but it was not complete. And so there's more work to be done in adding tests for the ratified specification right now, but also as we add in additional extensions as those get approved as part of the specification, things like the bit manipulation extensions, the vector extensions, need to be added into the compliance test suite. So what Imperas has been doing, in addition to participating in the compliance working group, we've also been participating in some of these working groups like bit manipulation and vectors that are extending the specification and helping them to prepare compliance in parallel with preparing the actual specification.
That's a lot of work, especially when you talk about modular technology like RISC-V, where you really can create your own, take your own approach with it. Why did Imperas get on board with RISC-V? What was it that brought you in? First
of all, we see a business opportunity for us. We understand processors, and we thought, okay, here's an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of this new processor architecture and to participate and even to help guide in some cases the direction of that. Also, we thought, we're technologists, this is a pretty cool thing, and so let's get involved here. So that's where we've come with this.
Wow, well that's fantastic. Larry, thank you so much for your time as well as the leadership that Imperas has brought to RISC-V. We couldn't do it without you. Thanks,
Callista.